Before he was the Egyptian king, he was just a kid chasing buses, not dreams. Born in a tiny village called Nagrig, Salah didn't live next to stadiums. He lived 4 hours from his dream and still made the journey every single day. He missed school, slept between routes, ate cold meals in silence just to train, just to potentially save his family from poverty. At 14 years old, he was signed at the club Mukawloon. By 15, he was already playing with grown men, and at 17, he was their main player. But then in February 2012, disaster struck in Egypt. The Port Said massacre, many dead. Football died in Egypt that year. The league was completely cancelled and no one was playing anymore. Salah's future was in doubt. But when a nation lost its league, Salah found his wings. Basel saw Salah in a friendly match and they had to sign him right after the game. And just like that, he was officially playing in Europe and already tasting the Champions League. He played an amazing game against Chelsea. Jose Mourinho had to sign the Egyptian. But after a disappointing start at Chelsea, Mourinho started to doubt him, so he started to bench him. Salah couldn't find his groove at Chelsea. Although he was destroying his teammates in training, but when it came to official games, he wasn't there. 500 minutes, 1 goal, no future at Chelsea. And so they kicked him out of the club and left him free agent until Fiorentina came knocking on the door, played some amazing games on the wing, and then AS Roma. This is where he exploded. 15 goals, 11 assists, player of the season. But this wasn't enough for Salah. Salah was looking for revenge. He needed to come back to England. The kid that Mourinho couldn't use was now the most wanted in Europe. Liverpool took the risk. £42 million for a Chelsea flop. Fans laughed, critics doubted, and then 32 Premier League goals in his first season. Golden Boot, Player of the Year, and Champions League final. A dream season until Ramos ripped it out of his shoulder. The biggest stage, the biggest game, and the villain won. But Salah came back stronger than ever. Although they all called him a one-season wonder, Salah kept showing up year after year, performance after performance. 2 years later, he was already back at the Champions League final. But this time, the story is different. Liverpool lifted the trophy and the world officially remembered his name. But with all these accolades, I'm sure if you ask Mo Salah what would be the most important moment of his life, was a moment of magic. In 2017, Salah had the whole of Egypt on his shoulders. One moment, one penalty to bring back joy to a country that lost hope in football. The penalty that made time stop. In that moment, he wasn't just a footballer, he was officially the Egyptian king. Now in 2025, at 32 years old, he still won the Golden Boot and won the Premier League, and he is contender to winning his first ever Ballon d'Or. Against all odds, Mo Salah was destined to be crowned king.